Hello, everyone. This is Josh, and welcome back to another edition of Frugal Me Live, where we talk about all things related to your finances. And I'm here with Kisha today, and today we're just going to talk through how we budget for the holidays and also Christmas, and some of the things that we have in mind this year. This is very impromptu. So, how are you doing, Kisha?
Good.
All right. So Kisha, well, let's just kick off the conversation like this. How much do you think that someone should budget for the holidays? Or let's make it more personal. How much are you budgeting for the holidays?
Well, I would say first, let's talk about
Okay, pivot.
how much for your largest gift that you want me to buy you. How much do you want me to spend on you?
Well, wow. Okay. So really put me on the spot there. Honestly, and I'm really just speaking here, that it's not really based off of the price amount. Like I told you before, like even whenever I was going through trying to see some of the things that I would really like for the holiday, that it's just any gift that you give is thoughtful. So I really don't have a budget. Like whenever you were asking me what are some of the things that I want, I know one thing that I really would like is one of those recording things that I hang on the doorknob, because Lizzie and Jesse, they walk in all the time in the middle of video. And I know it's been a live or two whenever they jumped on there as well. So whenever they see the red thing hanging, it's like, hey, daddy is recording. So,
all right, that's sweet, but you're not giving me a number.
I don't really have a number.
But how we got a plan, so you got to have a number figure. Is it 1? Is it 200?
100.
300?
I would say 100.
Okay.
If anything like that.
Right, so let's bump it up to 150.
Okay.
For our gift. Then how much are we going to plan? Well, no, because it's based on me. So it'll be $150 for you. And then I will put $100 for each girl. So that'll be $350 worth of gift for just us, for the household.
All right. So, and one thing that you guys want to realize as well, that when you sit down and you're coming up with a budget, you still want to factor in things like your food, travel, anything that comes along with the holidays, holiday decor. So that's something that we keep in mind as well. But with us, we went, and I know there are a lot of people out there that's for the environment, and I'm all for the environment too. But one thing that we figured that would be a very frugal purchase that we got a few years ago was an artificial tree. Well, one, we're not spending $50 just to chop down a tree to put it in the house and next you know it's trash, where you can go back and take $100 and that tree can last you for years and years to come. But here at the house, a lot of times Kisha, she likes to put out the Christmas decorations like in October, which I never got my mind around. I told her when we were growing up, we put out the Christmas decorations about the same week as Christmas. So this year, what do you think we're going to be spending on Christmas decorations?
I wouldn't say a lot because I know we want to redo the lights for a different color. So I'll probably budget $75 for decors.
Okay, but that's everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And if $75, and just want to let you guys know too that you can always go over to like the Dollar Tree, Walmart. They have some good deals on lights. So with $75, but when Kisha say $75, I mean, she really like to go all out. I mean, you see Olaf and Elsa, they're waving at you. If she could get on the roof, I'm pretty sure she would be doing the lights going along the roof as well. All right. And it's cool. One thing that I feel too is that you teach your kids about the value of money and shopping. So this year, Elizabeth and I, we have been going out doing Uber Eats, and that is her hustle this time of the year, because every year Elizabeth, she come back and she say, oh, well, I want to get mommy this, I want to get Jesse this, and it comes out a lot of money. But once Elizabeth was realizing the value of the dollar, so now she looked at something and she was like, oh, well, okay, that's $50. However, I can get the same thing on Amazon for this much. So now that's encouraging her to shop around and teach your kids about shopping around and the value of the dollar. That Christmas and the holiday season, it's not about how much you can spend, especially during like a pandemic and that unemployment is high and people are just trying to get those basic necessities out the way. But I was talking to a guy the other day, Keish, and he was saying with their family this year that they wasn't going to buy gifts. However, they were going to go back and just spend time with each other. They decided to go out and get some games and have like a big family game night. And that way it's more so about the people that's around the tree and not necessarily what's under the tree, especially at a time like this when so many people are going through so much and, you know, people are losing their lives. People are shut up and it's not going to be like a traditional Christmas. So it's one of those things at this point where we begin to count our blessings. What do you say?
I like that idea. I know a few people who have done that in the past, to teach their kids that Christmas is not about getting stuff and receiving things. So I'm just not there yet. So, but my thing is that I love the way what we're doing this year for the kids to earn money themselves instead of me budgeting how much I'm going to give them to spend on us and the family, where they can go and make their own money and I can keep my money.
Because too, and it's all about just like a teaching experience. I was telling Kisha this morning, I woke up with an epiphany, I guess, where this year, even with the girls, one thing that I'm going to do is opening them up an investment account with fractional shares. So just to give them both $25. Well, I'm going to go on and put that investment in there. And that way they can see how investing works. And although they're being kids right now, it's not the most exciting and fun thing. But in the future, they're going to say, wow, thanks, Dad, because now I have a more understanding of money and see how this thing works. Because at the end of the day, what you really want to leave for your kids is a legacy. You want them to learn how to invest and see how money works as well. And from there, they will in terms teach their kids. And that's what you call generational change. You just don't want to give just give your kids all of this stuff. I talk to people before they spend $2,000-$3,000 in gifts for their kids, and their kids more interested in the box than they are the actual gift. Or a year later, you're still paying on that gift and the kid broke it. They're not interested in it anymore. And like Jesse, even now, we bought something. I don't know exactly what this box is from, but she's more interested in the box than she was what was in it. So we went and put some paper plates as wheels and we built a truck. I wish I had a picture to throw up with that. So it's the small things that count.
So back to with that conversation, Lizzie mentioned to me that I'm always giving their toys away. Now, when we do Christmas in the past, it was, it's pretty big. Mm-hmm. I guess because we would go to North Carolina and they did something different than what I'm used to. So they would get more gifts when we go to North Carolina. But they'll come back with all of these toys and stuff, and it would just sit there. Like they would open everything up, and things would just sit there, not being played with. So then I started giving the toys away. I left toys in North Carolina, so whenever we go, we don't have to keep packing toys for them to play. So some is up there. Then I will pack some up for Douglasville, where my great aunt lives. So whenever we go visit her, they'll have some toys. And then I will just give them other toys to Goodwill or whatever. So now they have not a lot of toys, which is good for me because it's less that I'll have to clean up.
Yeah, true.
But for them, it's like, well, I used to have this, but now I don't because mommy took it away. But at the same time, when there's so many toys that they have, they don't really get to play with it. So I like how they are able to earn their own money. So then it won't be like, man, I wasted all this money on this and they're not playing with it. Now is wasting their money if they don't play with it.
Especially Elizabeth, yesterday when we were out doing our rides, we passed by this bakery. It's called Sweet Hut. And Elizabeth, she really wants to try this drink at Sweet Hut. And I was like, okay, well, you have your money. I mean, if you want to go, we can go and you can try it out. But then she said, but what if I don't like it? And I was like, if you don't like it, I mean, pour it out. But she's like, but Daddy, I would have bought that. And it was like me throwing away my money. And I was like, so all of these years, it was okay for you to throw away my money. And she was like, well, I just wish somebody else would buy it for me. And I'm like, really, Lizzie? So just teaching and the power of giving to that every toy that come in, it need to be on a rotating basis because with the kids during this time, since we're talking about Christmas and the holidays, that is good to teach your kid the value of money, teach your kid about giving, and again, the value of money, because whenever you know the value of things, then you're training them up. Elizabeth, for if anyone listening to this that don't know, she's 9 years old. Jessie is 6. And by teaching them to give, whenever they get older and they know the value of money, they know how money works and they become givers. That's generational change right there. Yeah. And that's one of the most powerful and meaningful gifts that you can give. And that's knowledge. And
that's something we're definitely working on, Jessie. She is very, very tight with her money. Go ask her for $1. She's like, I don't have any money. Or like we get to the store and I'm getting them to bring their own wallet. So then she'll want something and she'll like, Mommy, if you buy this for me, I promise you, I'll give you the money when we get home. I'm like, okay, that's going to be $20. So then she said, okay, so get home. As soon as we walk in, Jessie, go and get my money. She'll look in her wallet. I don't have any money. She'll end up having a fit because if she give me her last $20, that's it. But she'll definitely spend mine with no problem. So that's something that Jessie definitely have to work on about giving, and remember that she needs to pay people back when she spends their money if she's borrowing.
Yeah, because Jessie, she doesn't want to spend her money, but have no problem if somebody take her to the store. But she sits, so we still have some time to still instill that in her, because at the end of the day, we're don't really want to teach our kids that you have to go out there and hustle all the time for money, but to get into a point where every dollar that they make, any dollar they have coming in, has an assignment to go back out to make them more money. And with that, just not being stingy, but a cheerful giver is a great thing, because I love it whenever I give. It's not so much that I want attention or the recognition for giving, but I get like a kick, or I guess a financial high out of just seeing somebody else being excited to get that. So during this time, it's a time of giving. It's a time of being thankful. It's a time of just appreciating the people that's around you the most.
So, how are you shopping for us? Like, are you like, I know when I did my shopping list, mine is from Target. So once you're trying to think of how I'm gonna word this. So like, are you gonna like shop around for my items, or are you just gonna shop them directly from Target?
I shop around, because shopping around, you find the best price. And I'm never one that's quick to buy a gift. I'm somebody that sleep on it, think about it. Like I told Kisha, her birthday is in September. So I start brainstorming Christmas of what she's going to get after September. The day after her birthday, I'm like right on to it. It's like, okay. And that way I'm making sure that I'm going to get her the best deal out there. Even with our anniversary, I knew what I was going to get her 2 years before our latest anniversary came. So with the girls' gift, with Kisha gift, I'm most definitely always shop around, make sure I get the best price out there. It's okay to say no.
Yes.
If I go out there and somebody talking foolishness with a price, I will tell the person, I pull out my phone and like, yeah, I mean, what you're trying to give me seemed like a good deal, but I'm looking at all of these other stores here and they have like phenomenal prices. So whenever you shop around, especially if it's a bigger ticket item that you can negotiate sometime, do it like this. You go over to one store. If you're trying to get your husband, wife, significant other, if you're trying to get them, just say a car. If you go to that one car dealership because they just need a car, never buy it brand new. You always want to get it a few years older, and that way it's still covered in warranty. But go over to that car dealership, negotiate that price. Don't take the price that they give you. Go to the other one and tell them and just tell the car dealership, I need that in writing. And take it over to the other car dealership. This is what they're offering me. Can you beat this? If they can beat that, I need that in writing. Go over back to that one, shop around, and that way you ensure that you're getting the lowest price. And once you have the lowest price in writing, then you can go back to that person. Not saying that Kisha is getting a car, but that's just what came to mind.
No, wait. So we have talked about getting a car, not for Christmas per se, but just getting a car, a Tesla, to be exact.
Tesla.
And I was at work, and one of our coworkers told me, "Yeah, you should might as well just go ahead and give him a Tesla for Christmas." So I said, "No, that's not in my budget." So what I'm trying to say is, it's okay to tell your spouse or your kids no when it's a gift that is way out of your budget.
She tell me no all the time, all the time. Kisha, I want some ham to no. I want Zoe's Kitchen, no. I want hamburger, no. Last night I wanted waffles, and guess what she said? No.
No. I told him, go ahead and cook, and then I'll just figure something else out for me.
But I wouldn't have been a good husband. If I would have cooked, the girls and I, we were all at the table with waffle, bacons, egg, ham, the stuff to the plate, and then we're just looking at you. Just like, wonder what your mama gonna eat. So, you know.
Let's see. There's now that the prices are going up higher for a lot of the popular gift that kids or an adult will probably want. I would say start buying them now. Do you think that on Black
Hi, Tanya. I'm just going to say hey real quick. Hi, Tanya.
Do you think that Black Friday is a good time to start shopping or getting gifts?
No.
Why?
Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to go out there. It's like they throw out a bone or something, that the same stuff. And if you go on my Instagram page and stroll like in the summer sometime, I have a huge bag of Christmas gifts that I already bought. It was a store going out of business, 80% off. I bought everyone's gift for probably about $50. And Black Friday, just say if something is $100, they think they're doing you a favor by saying, you know what, now you can get it for $90. But I mean, to me, a Black Friday is all about the hype. And I just never got excited about going out, standing in a long line, which frustrates me. I mean, I get so frustrated with that type of stuff, begging somebody to take my money. It's just like, really? But no, I don't think Black Friday is a good idea.
So when do you do your Christmas shopping?
Throughout the year. Like, that's when you find the best deals. Whenever people are not going to the store. Mm-hmm. Right now, I went to high school with this guy, and I still remember that this guy in high school said that he was working at a sub company. I didn't want to say the name of the company. No one was coming in there. It's like if you buy, I'm just going to simplify things by orders of two. If you got a sandwich, chips, and a drink, that would have been $6. No one was coming. So what they did was went out and said, oh, we have this special. They put it out with balloons that you can get a sandwich, drink, and chips for $6. And next you know, people start flooding in there. So Tanya asked, what about Cyber Monday for electronics? Is that a good? If it's a good deal, I would say. But again, on Cyber Monday, I'm shopping around. That I'm not going to go just because Amazon tells me it's a good deal, just because eBay say this is what people are buying, or Walmart say this is what's trending. Because a lot of times that's another sales tactic. I feel that it's all a psychological thing. These companies pay people millions of dollars to study their habits and psychology. So
see, I've never found any good deals on Cyber Mondays, which makes me sad because I always look forward for them. I guess it's one of those things that the items I want is never on sale. Or I'm just too slow getting it.
Or too spoiled. I told Kisha anything that she wants, she got. So
almost.
Yeah, almost. The girls wanted a brother, so they got a puppy. So we're good on that.
That's nothing on me though.
Huh?
That's nothing for me.
Moving on.
No, I mean I don't want a kid or anything. I'm just saying.
All right, yeah. But so yeah. But yeah, on Cyber Mondays, a lot of times I just go out there for fun, just to look and see the deals that's out there. But one thing that you always have to remember too, December the 26th, right after Christmas, if you have a family and they're mature enough to wait and say, let's exchange gifts on New Year's, you can save so much money after Christmas on those sales, because a lot of times the stores are trying to get that stuff out now. So if you think that Cyber Monday and Black Friday are good deals, December the 26th.
Yeah, because everything is being marked down.
Yes, and especially in July as well. Mm-hmm. Get started early with your shopping and Christmas budget as well.
So I guess you wouldn't wait the last minute to do Christmas shopping.
Like on Christmas Eve?
Mm-hmm.
I get frustrated with people. I get out there and people, they get in the stores, they don't know what they want, and they get irrational and start fighting over a teddy bear that nobody really want anyway. And they buy that teddy bear for their kid, they take it home, and the kid end up playing with the box. And if you know, the dog is chewing on the teddy bear, just speaking from personal experience here. But yeah, yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So, and what other things do we put in our holiday budget? So we talked about gifts. We talked about declarations, food. If you're traveling out of town, you want to put all of that in there. But let me say, that's why it's important to have a sinking fund for Christmas, because a lot of times I notice that people, they think Christmas is a emergency. Oh my goodness, it's December the 24th. It's Christmas is tomorrow. What do I do? Let me get run for the credit cards. You know, that's what people think. And
say that.
And Christmas is not an emergency. It comes every single year. Every single year. So it's always at the same time. And yes, I mean, if you want to put in your alcohol, so I would put the alcohol and the eggnog and all that good stuff still in my food budget. And for those of y'all that's watching this on the playback, if you want to know some ways how you can prepare some flavorful meals at a good, reasonable price, make sure you go on and check out Tanya over at My Fork in Life. I see that she's here today, and she has some great recipes on all holiday things as well. And that's one thing that kept us happy, because sometimes I would go over to myforkinlife.com and I say, you know what, let me just cook this. And I throw it in the air fryer or Instapot. Keisha come home and she'd be like, ooh, my baby cooked for me. And she'd tell all of her friends like, ooh, guess what Josh did today? I mean, and one time it was such of an easy recipe. Well, I don't want to say easy, but it was simple. A simple recipe that Tanya put out there. I made it. And it was almost like a one and done type thing. But I wanted Keisha to know that, Keisha to think that I was like slaving in the kitchen all day for her. So then I went back and took some peppers and some onions and just cut it up and made a little mess in the kitchen. But some of the things that, well, now I can tell her, but some of the things that Tanya has out there is like easy, flavorful meals and recipes. And also, if you want to look at some good grocery hauls as well, check out The Long Run with Joel and Christy. They have a great haul. So when you put going on great haul together and you're cooking together, even for the holidays, you can save so much money. And I'm not sure about the alcohol. Is there a place out there? Y'all leave it in the comment section. I never heard of a discounted alcohol store. Have you?
No.
They need to have one.
Maybe have one.
Not that I'm a alcoholic or anything, but I mean, it's good for the fine going out there. Sometime when you're going out to buy a bottle or something for $40, I mean, where can I find that same bottle for $25?
Well, you maybe like some of
like
those
a wholesale
storage.
Maybe. Yeah. That was a random thought. Like today, our conversation is very impromptu. We have no script, no pointers or anything. So if you want to drop anything in the comment section, that would be great. And look for wines on sale. Yes. I see that as well. And like being frugal, and this is what this channel is about, is pretty much not saying I'm going to live on rice and beans and rice. I'm going to forsake my lifestyle so I can save a penny. To me, that's being cheap. But when you're being frugal, you're being resourceful. You shop around, you get what you want, but you're not going to pay that full price. You're going to see what's out there first. So Keish, what else is on our holiday budget or our itinerary this year?
For this year?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know I am hosting Thanksgiving here.
Oh, okay.
At the house.
Awesome. So I know I'm bringing cowboy beans and also, what did I say? Ham? Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's another thing as well. Especially in 2020, make sure that when you get together with friends and family that you are being safe, practice that social distancing. But at the same time, make it a potluck. You save so much money when you tell people, yeah, you can come over. Yeah, you can have something to eat. But what are you bringing? So that's another thing, is just make sure that people contribute if you want to save money, because I would rather suck it up and ask someone to bring a dish other than me ditching out an additional $1,000. And next thing you know, you have a dinner at 3 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock, everyone is hungry again. Way to go for your $1,000. So,
think I'll ever spend that much money. I don't think I will ever spend that much money on
not on
dinner.
Food. You know how I feel about food. That's the worst depreciating value you can ever buy. You eat it, it's good for the moment,
and then it's gone.
Yeah, like literally gone. So, don't put food on credit. Let me just put that out there, because that's just not smart to put food on credit. So, anything else that we have here today?
Trying to think.
Any questions from the comments? We're pretty much like an open book right now, but this is kind of fun, right?
Yes.
I should log off and start another thing. I don't like to keep the live streams going too long. However, we should just talk about what we're thankful for. Maybe I'll bring Lizzie up here and we talk about some of the things that we're thankful for. But anything else? So just to highlight real quick, anything else?
No.
During this holiday season, please live on a budget. Your budget is not telling yourself no, but it's giving you permission to say yes. I think that was a quote that Joel or Christy told me. So I'm not taking that since it's being recorded. But yeah, I really like that. It's pretty much giving yourself permission to say yes. And also, your budget should include your travel, your food, your gifts, the declarations, anything else that's associated with the holidays. Don't take it out on credit. If you need to get a side hustle, or if you need a way that you can get that extra money, you have things out there like Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub, something that you can make hundreds of dollars. Like I went out yesterday and made about $200 that quick just to, well, Lizzie wanted to go out. That's her way to make money. But with her, she get a cut out of those rides. So it's different ways that you can have a debt-free holiday season. So have a happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this before Thanksgiving. If you're watching this after Thanksgiving, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year, Chinese New Year, Las Posadas. Whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, happy holidays. And if you're watching this after the holiday season, hey, happy day. And make sure that you subscribe, click the bell, and that way you don't miss another thing. Did I cover everything?
I believe you did.
Awesome. Well, y'all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.